Hey y'all, we are the Rosharon Frenchie breeders, home of the 3K Pub Baby. And today we are back with another married mom entrepreneur segment. This is part 2. Let me do a mic check and let me see if YouTube pushed out the notification. And they did. Okay, so y'all, I'm having to do this while the baby is sleeping. The whole house is asleep. Okay. So it's me and Dream. All the boys are sleeping. Okay. Sounds good. All right. As you come in, double tap the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen for me, please. Huh, Dream, tell them. I'm about to put the poll up in the chat, baby. And we are about to get it cracking. Okay. All right. Let me wait for y'all to come in. All right. I have the questions from the last live stream. I actually had to record them. So let me airdrop it to this laptop because I have some stuff that I want to get into, baby. And I'm excited about it. All right, let's see if we can get into it. Because the conversation that we had to end, listen, it was going somewhere. It was going somewhere. But I don't know how long the baby would give me to continue the conversation. But y'all had a lot of like questions and opinions that we didn't get a chance to talk about, and I want to talk about those things. Well, if we can get to it. So let's see if we can get to it today. Okay, so everything is looking good with the stream. I know earlier we started the chat asking, how often do you do laundry? I want to put in the chat, does it really take money to make money? I want to know what y'all think. Ruby, you're back. Okay. So as y'all come in, double tap the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen for me, please. Ruby, thank you so much for joining the stream. And getting into it, y'all. Okay. So I don't want to be distracted with the computer, but there is something that I wanted to pull up so that I can go back to you guys' comments because we were having a really insightful conversation that we didn't get a chance to finish. So I have the comments pulled up from the first stream, and then I have this stream pulled up as well. And yeah, let's continue the conversation from earlier. So y'all, Dream is here with me. What else is new? Dream is always by my side, baby. This girl's a bitch. I've already showered. What's up, all in the family? I've already showered. Okay, mommy. Okay, I love you too. Get down. Get down. I won't be able to work. Okay. So yeah, I do want to finish the conversation that we were having. So let me see. All right. Let me see what we left out. We talked about how some women do dress to impress other women and not men. We did talk about, I think we had left off on Madison's comment because I had started to ask Madison, as a white woman, who told you or taught you that it's okay for you to step out of your house in pajamas with a messy bun and still look and feel beautiful? I think that's what we had left off at. Because I feel like as a Black woman growing up in Louisiana, we were taught the opposite. Baby, bet not step out my house with your hair all over your head. You bet not step out that house embarrassing me like that. And I just feel like, yes, it's a golden standard to have, but I feel like that put a lot of pressure on me as a Black woman, knowing the inconsistencies I had with my hair, knowing that I really had a love and hate relationship with my look growing up. I no longer have that now that I'm older and I'm a married mom entrepreneur because I've learned better. But growing up, when you're constantly taught that or told that your hair is ugly, you need a relaxer, your hair is short, um, why isn't your hair long like everyone else's? Why isn't your hair sleek? Um, your butt is too big, your lips are too big, your skin is too brown. Why are you so athletic? Why don't you look like a woman? Like just being taught and told so many different things. I think it can dream. You're gonna have to go up now. Y'all, somebody come get Dream, please. Dream, and you scratching me up. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all, and then she hitting all the tripod. God, oh, y'all, Dream, move, mommy, move. Y'all, I could have spent all day with Dream. My all day isn't all day for her. Like, okay, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into the conversation. Miss Floricita said beautiful. No, I'm sorry. Miss Florita said puppy, beautiful lady with beautiful hair. I appreciate that. Ruby said cute dog. All in the family said I'm 6 said I feel you sis. And then Miss Floricita said pet me mommy. She said dream is saying pet me mommy. All in the family said just like Star. Yeah. Um, yeah, Star is just like her mom. And then girl dad said hit that like button if you haven't. Thank you so much for saying that, y'all. We were trying to get to 100 likes for part one. I'm about to see where we left off at. We only got to 73 likes during part one. Okay, so let's try to continue. Let me see where we can pick back up at, because I really want to get into this conversation, because we have to start rewiring our minds so that we stop letting insecurities and negative things that people told us about ourselves, so that we can get to where we really want to be. We have to normalize being okay with being okay. We have to normalize it. Not everybody will be super successful. Not everybody has the willpower, the work ethic, the mindset to get there. That's okay. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Those of us who want to achieve like super success and be super successful and have abundance and financial freedom, those of us who really, really, really don't want to be broke and really, really, really don't want to live from paycheck to paycheck and really, really, really want to help out the world and have impact, like true impact, not just influence, because never be fooled by the numbers, right? Never be fooled by the numbers. Those of us who really, really, really want to have influence, income, and impact, there's a mindset that we will need to develop to get there. Those are the people that I'm talking to. If you are okay with where you are in life, if you are okay with, hey, I work this job, I do this thing, that's all I want. Entrepreneurship is not for me, or expanding my horizons, that's just not for me. I like to play it safe. That's absolutely fine. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm not here to say where someone should be. I'm speaking to or representing the married mom entrepreneurs first, and then people who want to be super successful and they don't know how to get there yet. Okay. So I feel like it starts with honesty. And I am a thought leader and former clinical therapist that truly, truly believes that what you think is what you become. Who you are now is not who you have to be. What you do today could pay you forever and a lifetime. How you treat people today might be how people treat your children tomorrow. So now again, my whole life and my whole perspective on life, on business, on spirituality, on my personal walk with God, on how I see opportunity now, on how, I'm running the business as the creative director and the strategist behind the scenes. All of that is being shaped by my marriage, by my motherhood journey, and by me now stepping out and being an entrepreneur, like a serial entrepreneur. Now, some people might look at our lives and say, oh man, they are where they want to be. Like they have the house, they have the car, they have the kids, they have the correction, they have the marriage, they have the kids, they have the dogs, they have what looks like success. They're about to hit 100K. They have multiple businesses. Like that's it, y'all. Like they're successful in my eyes. But one thing I'm learning about success and successful people, good is never enough. Good is never enough. I thought, I thought in my mind, okay, once we hit 50K, boy, I feel like we did it. Okay, cool. We hit 50K. I felt normal. I felt regular. Okay, we're about to hit 100K. I felt like, okay, boy, once we hit 100K, okay, I still feel normal. I still feel regular. That's a problem for me. I don't want to feel normal. I don't want to feel regular. And I'm not saying I want a bigger house. I'm not saying I want a faster car. I'm not saying we want more dogs. I'm not saying that at all because we've downsized a lot of our life and our business. What I'm saying is we haven't made the impact that we want to make. Like there are people still in our community struggling. There are businesses and people that we're mentoring that still don't get it yet. We're still in debt. So the mission has not been accomplished yet. Milestones have been met, right? And I'm going somewhere. Y'all walk with me. Walk with me. I'm going somewhere. Milestones have been met in our lives and in our businesses, but the mission has not been accomplished. And our mission is to teach you while we're doing it how to get out of debt, how to stay out of debt, and how to teach other people how to do the same thing, right? When you're running a business, it's very, very, very hard to get out of debt and stay out of debt because sometimes that requires you to borrow other people's money. Hence, use credit cards, get bank loans, apply for business loans, establish a business line of credit because for you to operate in the fullness of your vision, when you don't have all of the money or the people, it might require you to take out a loan, right? But we want to grow the business to a point where we no longer have to take out loans. We're funding our business, we're hiring people ourselves and using our own money or the money that the business makes, right? So when I start to think about the milestones versus the mission, right? Sometimes it kind of lines up and then sometimes it doesn't because the milestones that we have set for the business, okay, reach 100K, establish influence, income, impact. Okay, cool, great. That all sounds great, but it's going to require us to spend money. And if we keep spending money in the business and the business is not making the money back, right? We're not getting out of debt. We're still spending a whole lot of money, right? Whether it's our money or someone else's money, and the business isn't making the money back, right? So, me thinking about how the economy is right now, right? Thinking about how flooded the dog industry is right now with Frenchies and the quality of Frenchies that are being bred, right? Me thinking about content and how I want our content to be the most transformative piece of information on the internet. Literally, I wanted to change people's lives and how they see themselves in this world and how they contribute to the betterment of the world, right? What are the things that we need to do to get there, right? And I pray that every decision that I make moving forward, that I will always have, yes, our milestones, in the back of my mind, but the mission is always at the forefront of my mind. How do we get out of debt? How do we stay out of debt? And how do we teach other people how to do the same thing? So it doesn't matter if we're breeding French Bulldogs. It doesn't matter if we are pressing and then selling custom apparel. It doesn't matter if I am getting hired for speaking engagements. It doesn't matter if Babe is starting other business ventures. It doesn't matter what we are doing. If it doesn't lead us closer to accomplishing the mission, we got to cut it. It's not worth it. We don't want to do it, right? We don't want to do it. If what we are doing is not helping us accomplish the mission, we don't want to do it. So I told you guys, blissful fun, blissful fun, blissful fun. Bliss. I'm not gonna forget my train of thought. I hope I don't. But anytime Bliss is in the room, baby, that's my moderator. No, I have to honor her. But Bliss, I hope everything is going well with the house and you guys are doing well. So give us an update. Let us know how everything is, working out. If I have to come down there and talk to these people, let me know. Okay. So, y'all, we're having a much needed conversation. I see that you guys have some input and y'all have some things that you want to talk about in today's, well, not today's live, but in part two. I was trying to get through part one's comments. If I'm not able to get through part one and y'all want to like transition into, does it really take money to make money? Let me know. So let's have a consensus in the chat. Do you want to continue the conversation that we were having earlier about ethnicity, about our look, about why black women have struggled so much, right, to not look broke? When, let's be honest, a lot of us who are trying not to look broke are. We're not where we want to be. So why do we spend money to make money? So that is the thought process that kind of led into part two. That's where like I wanted to take us earlier, after reading Madison's comment about her being so comfortable enough to go to the grocery, no, to go to, I think she said 7-Eleven, Circle K, Circle K. Madison said that she felt so comfortable enough to go to Circle K with a messy bun and some pajamas, and she felt beautiful, and she, she knows she's beautiful. Let me know if y'all want to continue from part one or part two. Let's put some feedback in the chat. Let's get a 1 or a 2 in the chat. 1 or 2 in the chat. Let's see. I'll pause for a second and then see where you guys are with the responses, and then see where we're gonna pick up at or from, so we can not waste time today. Okay, but let me know if y'all want to continue the conversation that we were having earlier about ethnicity, how about how who you are can stop you from being who you want to become, or do you want to kind of lean into the money topic and how it really might take you money to make money? But let me know. 1 for ethnicity talk, 2 for money. Let's talk. 1 for, let me put it in the chat. 1 for ethnicity talk, 2 for money talk. Let's get some feedback. And Bliss, Dream is right here. Okay, so let's see. And for those of you who answered the poll, thank you so much. So it says, well, I asked, does it really take money to make money? And 79% of you guys say yes. And 21% of you guys said no. So I haven't gotten, You good, baby? Yeah. You need her? Oh, yeah. Babe was looking for dreams. Okay. So I haven't gotten any feedback yet. So I will go with answering part one's comments until you guys tell me what you want to do. All right. So okay. We kind of left off on talking about how it's so important for us to treat men like men so that we give men the opportunity and space to be men. And we also left off on saying how, well, because Madison said my baby daddy and somebody else said baby daddy in the chat or whatever. And I asked, I said, can we please normalize calling men that we have children with the father of our children? Can we make that a normal thing? Right. I know back in the day, growing up in the hood, it's cool. That's my baby. I totally get it. I'm from the hood. I get it. I get it. I grew up in the hood. My stepdad took us out of the hood, but I still grew up in and around the hood. So I definitely get the lingo. But what I'm asking is, can we normalize, now that we're older, we know better, we're trying to do better, can we normalize calling men that we have children with the father of my child or the father of my children, right? Because I feel like when you call someone something, whether you feel like that or not, but because you've heard someone call someone something, that is what that person will become, a baby daddy. That's what he'll become, a baby daddy. A baby daddy really has little to no responsibility. A baby daddy is somebody who made a baby and is sometimes a daddy. That's a baby daddy. The baby comes first, the daddy comes after. Listen, listen to how we have warped our minds to believe that calling somebody a baby daddy is honoring him. It's not. It's backwards. Calling someone the father of my child is possession. That father owns that child. The father of my child, he owns the child. A baby daddy, what? There's no possession there. Does the baby own the daddy? Does the baby come before does the value of the child come before the daddy? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. We can continue, but that's just me. I'm just trying to understand. Okay. Madison also said from part one, Madison said, y'all, let me do a mic check. Hold on. Okay, Mike. Okay. Mike is cool. Y'all. Thank you so much, Bliss. Y'all, when I look down and I don't see a flat stomach, it really bothers me because I spent most of my life being a student athlete and I'm not used to the excess. I'm still getting used to the excess. Like I'm still getting used to not being muscular, not being firm, not being fit, but I'm not doing anything about it. So I really shouldn't even speak on it because I'm not doing anything about it. But I know the moms out there, y'all understand. Y'all, I'm not used to it. So when I see it, I'm like, Lord, how long? Like, how long are we gonna make excuses and not get back into the gym? Like, what? Okay, let's move on. Okay. Thank you so much, Blissful Fun, for all of your help. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Y'all, wait. Hendrix, Hendrix, Hendrix. We're trying to be respectful. Our moderators are absolutely amazing. What Blissful Fun does for us, our lives and our business, is amazing. And we thank her every chance that we get. We want you to contribute. We just want you to contribute something sensible, right? We're trying to have a conversation about life, about love, about loss to see how we can get to where we want to be. So if you want to talk about those things, great, give your input, but she's just asking you to be respectful, right? So if it's something you want to talk about, Hendrix, put it in the chat. But we're not here for that, right? We're definitely not here for the unsensible stuff. We're here for the sensible stuff because we're not where we want to be and we're trying to figure out how to get there. Okay. All right. So before we left off on in part one, Madison said, I think everybody lives paycheck to paycheck, honestly, in this economy. So, Madison, I beg to disagree. Everybody does not live paycheck to paycheck because who's writing the paychecks? The person writing the paychecks is probably not living paycheck to paycheck. So everybody is not living paycheck to paycheck, but there are a lot of us who are, right? So now how do we become the people writing the paychecks? How do we become the employers and not necessarily the employees? And that's not for everyone. So again, that is where honesty comes in at. We all have to work to live and eat. If you are an able-bodied person, you will work to eat, right? That's the principle of life. We can't do anything about it. You will work to eat. So, will you be the worker that contributes to the overall mission, hence an employee, or will you be the employer that can then go out and hire what you need that still contributes to the overall mission? And I like to think that for us to become employers, we have to be employees. We have to be employees first. We have to learn the tricks of the trade. We have to gain skills and knowledge worth sharing, right? So that one day we can have a sustainable business to hire for. And until we unwire our thinking, right? And stop believing that we are better than what we are, that we have more than what we really have, we'll never get there. We have to stop lying to ourselves. And that is why I love our membership so much. I Freedom Born, I see your comment. I definitely want to get to it because it looks amazing. Okay. After hours music official, I see your comment as well, and I want to get to it. Okay. And I can tell that you're not being disrespectful. I do want to get to your comment. I have something I want to say. Okay. So I Freedom Born said, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and certified master hypnotist. I live in San Diego, California. It's extremely expensive, yet I also live in house manager and case. Hold on, I'm not sure. It may be a typo, but it sounds like she said I also live in house manager and case manager where I do pay any rent or where I don't. Okay, let me start over. So I Freedom Born said, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and certified master hypnotist. I live in San Diego, California. It's extremely expensive, yet I also live, I believe she's trying to say, as a house manager and case manager where I don't pay any rental bills. Yeah, she meant don't pay any rental bills. And that's amazing. So do we see how for you to get to where you want to be, sometimes you might have to do the thing or the things that you don't want to do. So she lives in San Diego, California, which is beautiful, by the way, and very successful by trade, right? I was a clinical therapist. I know how hard it is, but I also know how beautiful that skill of knowing how to talk to people, understand people, work with people, and then assess what people really need is. I definitely understand that. And she said that she lives as a house manager and a case manager where she don't have to pay rent, and that's amazing. Girl, you can, girl, live your dream out loud. Okay, live your dream. Okay, so come here, baby. Okay, so Bliss is having to correct some people in the chat. Y'all, listen, it's a positive environment. I'm not sure what was what was going on. Come here, baby. I'm not sure what was going on in the chat. We don't want YouTube to like ban the live stream or think that the content is invaluable. Come on, baby. It's okay. Yeah, we don't want that at all. But just try to be respectful, y'all. Try to be respectful. Yeah, we're just here for a good time. Not a long time, but a good time. But I'm gonna try to feed the baby really quickly. And well, that ain't gonna work. Okay, let me see. That's not gonna work. I'll just go off for a moment. Okay, I'm still here. We're still talking. Hi Kareem. Hi Maverick. Thank you so much, Bliss. Okay, I'm still here. We're still talking. Okay, so y'all, not everybody lives paycheck to paycheck. Okay, some of us are, and some of us are not. And that is okay. But we have to start asking ourselves, okay, so if I'm living paycheck to paycheck, how do I not live paycheck to paycheck? If you have to live below your means, consider doing that. If you have to, maybe get another job in the time being, consider doing that. If you have to go back to school so that you can increase your skills or your knowledge or get some training or a different certification or even another degree, consider doing that. But even if you have to, if you're an entrepreneur like us, and even if you have to go get a job, right? You don't give up on your dream, but you just go get a job to support your means for the time being. Hey, consider doing that. Consider it, right? I feel like it still goes back to being honest and being willing. Like, what are you willing to do to ensure that your dream doesn't die, right? And what are you willing to tell yourself to ensure that I can get from A to B, and my success probably won't look like her success or his success. But how can I get from A to B? I'm not where I want to be at, right? I might not have all of the means that I need to have at A, but how can I get to B? And it might be pretty or not. And that's okay. But the goal is to get to B. So what do we need to do to get to B? And again, we have to be honest with ourselves. And before I read, let me see. Before I read I Freedom Born's comment, I was beginning to say the reason why I love our membership so much is because it's just a deeper connection with our community, because the people who invest in themselves will get, I believe, will get 100 more times um more, how can I put it and allow y'all to understand? Um 100 more times the investment that they put in. That's how I think of memberships. Whatever you put in sometimes is what you get out. However, when you invest into yourself, nobody can beat you at you. Nobody can beat you at being you. So when you invest into yourself, right? And in memberships, we teach you how to turn content into cash. We teach you how to, treat YouTube as a business and learn how to tell your story and how to think about, running a business, what it takes to run a business. And, we take you guys behind the scenes with us as we are building a business as a husband and wife couple raising two young kids at home with now 10 dogs, right? Five big dogs, five puppies. We teach you guys all of that behind the scenes. But the reason why I love membership so much is because for the Blueprint members and up, the people who allow us to be managers over their like YouTube businesses, we are going to be honest with you. Every single time somebody calls us and they're like, hey, we're thinking about doing this, what do you think? It won't work. And when I say it won't work, I mean like how you're going about it might not be the best option for you. Do this instead. And 9 times out of 10, everybody that we have worked with and they have come to us with a question or a problem, and we have advised them to do things a particular way, they always end up winning. They always end up winning because we're not people to lie. We don't want to lie to someone. We don't want to, boost someone's head up to have them thinking that they're better than what they are. Because I'm putting us in this conversation too. We're not. And until we start normalizing that we are not better than what we are telling ourselves we are, we won't get better. We will not get better. And I'm not sure where that comes from either in our society, that we like the fake it till you make it culture, or the I'm bigger than what I am. I have more than what I have. I'm gonna prove to you that I can do. I don't know where that comes from, but yeah, it is so annoying. It's truly annoying. It is super annoying because no one is better than who they are. Like, no one. Y'all, even us. Even us. Like, if you're trying to run a business and you know nothing about business. Okay, y'all, let me go back off. If you're trying to run a business and you know nothing about business, 9 times out of 10, the business is going to fail unless you hire someone to help you, or you invest in yourself, find the right mentors. For someone who wants to be married, if you want to be married and you haven't spoken to people who are married, who maybe just got married, been married for a while, or been married for a very, very long time, if you just get married blindly, baby, you don't know what marriage is. Marriage is hard work. And that's why, y'all, we got to find the stats. We have to find the stats. But that, I think, hold on, stats on marriage and divorce. I have to pull it up because the last time I checked, I think 1 in 2 marriages fail. Every 1 in 2 marriages fail. Yeah, it's still the same. Um, yeah, every 1 in 2 marriages fail. So we have to stop fooling ourselves. If you want to become a mom and you don't talk to other mothers, no one in your family is a mother, you don't know the first thing about raising kids, and then you just go off and start having kids, y'all, that's probably not gonna work out so well. If you want, again, like, it just goes back to being honest. What are we willing to do to get the thing that we want? Okay, so my brother just put something in the chat. He said joining memberships was the best thing happening to me because I finally started to get the bigger picture. And I'm happy he said that, because it is about the bigger picture. Because the bigger picture is, this is my baby. I love it. I want it to live, breathe, move. I want it to be successful. I want it to make me a ton of money. Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody wants that. Everybody in business, what majority? I hate to generalize, like, I hate to say everybody, because maybe that's not everyone's goal. Some people start a lemonade stand for their kid and just wants their kid to have something to do. And it doesn't matter if it makes a ton of money. They want their kids to just gain different skills on life, on working on something that you want to do. It might be hard, it might be a little hot, but hey, this is what you said you want to do, so we're going to do it. So it might not be everyone's goal to make a ton of money when they first start their businesses or business. But for those of us, again, who want to be ultra successful and who are not there yet, right? The bigger picture is, this is my baby. I love it. I want it to flourish. I want it to grow. Okay, boom. Those are the things that I want to happen. How do I get those things to happen? Is where everything kind of gets a little hazy. So it has to be a give and take relationship. And yes, going back to the chat and the poll that I put up, I do think it takes money to make money. Whether it's something you have previously invested in or not. For example, for those of you who want to become YouTubers, for those of you who want to share your journey online, for those of you who are like, oh man, I think what she does is cool, I want to do that. Well, for you to do this, right, you have to have a way to share the content, which might be a phone and some internet service, or a computer, right? So it does take money to make money. So you will have to invest in yourself, or you will have to invest in some technology to accomplish your dream or in your goal. Before, when I was younger, I used to feel like, oh, it doesn't take money to make money. Like, people who have the gift of gab, comedians and people, celebrities or whatever, like, people give them free stuff all of the time. Okay, yeah, people give them free stuff all of the time now. Now that they have become a celebrity, they get free stuff. But before, when they were privately working on themselves at home and no one knew who they were, and they were practicing their scripts at home or practicing their jokes at home or networking with this person, going to that party, going to that business meeting, going to this dinner, showing up here, going there, nobody was giving them free stuff when they were in the trenches. But now that they made it, yes, celebrities get a lot of free stuff because of now the value and the position that they're at. So again, like I just want to use this platform to share a lot of the things that I've learned over the years. And I want you guys to start sharing too. I know I'm off camera right now. The baby is still eating. He's looking like he's going back to sleep. But I want to create an environment where we all start sharing some things that we probably, learned growing up and we no longer believe, and we are working to do better. But those are a lot of the things today that just were so heavily on my mind as a married mom entrepreneur. And I'm like, wow, like I've spent my whole life wasting money. And now I'm in a position where I'm in a meaningful marriage. I have a meaningful relationship with our kids. We have a meaningful business and we are losing money. We're losing money. And I really, really, really wish I had held true to, some of the things that some wise people were trying to tell me growing up, which is, don't spend a dollar, save a dollar. You never know when your rainy day will come. But shout out to Hillbilly Man saying keep growing your channel. Blissful Fun is talking to Ruby. Blissful Fun said Ruby can also hit the heart emoji on the side. They can help hype the live. Thank you so much for saying that, Bliss. I'm sure when I come back on the camera, you guys might start interacting more with the content. But let me know if you guys have any questions about anything that I said earlier, because I definitely enjoy this space here, and I want everybody to get something out of it, not just me. All right, so I'm reading some comments from earlier. Let's see. Okay, so we have another concern in the community, y'all. So going back to Madison's comment earlier, Madison said, is there enough time in the day for her family? Because the father of her children works on Saturdays. So Madison needs some help understanding that. Madison also said that she feels like the employer is trying to take time away from her family. How do y'all feel about that? I don't feel like that. I don't feel like the employer is trying to take time away from her family. I feel like, I mean, if that's the job and you accepted the roles and conditions, then I feel like that is what you agreed to. I don't feel like the job is trying to take time away from your family. I feel like your need to provide for your family might be taking time away from your family. But how do y'all feel about that? You know, you're welcome, bro. And Madison also said, I hate how depression has me wanting to sleep a lot. I feel tired. But that's what depression is. Y'all, depression, and my clinical understanding of it, is fear about the past. Depression is fear about the past, and anxiety is fear about the future. In therapy, I used to always, not always, but I used to confuse the two. Like before I got into therapy, I used to confuse depression with anxiety, because I know sometimes when you're depressed, you can feel anxious, right? You can feel jittery, and kind of confused whether you're depressed or whether you're anxious. But it's two different thought processes in my mind that happens when I think about depression and then when I think about and anxiety, because you have to then ask yourself, okay, I'm coming back on camera, y'all. Let me see. The baby wants to go back to sleep. Let me see. It's okay, baby. Okay. So 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 this is how I think about depression now. Because I think I think um I think I think a lot of us are fearful of different things, and with reason. And I feel like we haven't identified it as fear, if that makes any sense. So let's say in marriage, I'll take marriage for example. I feel like as I was getting out of the military, I told myself, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. That's what I was telling myself, right? I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids, because everything that I had seen started to shape how I felt about life and the world. And I used to think, why would you bring kids into the world and it's so chaotic? Why would you create something so beautiful and put them in a world of mess, confusion, identity issues, violence, survival, that work, eat, sleep, life balance? That's how I used to think. But something I wasn't aware of that was underneath it was fear. Fear of divorce, fear of uncertainty, fear of bringing these beautiful children in the world, not being able to keep them from loss, not being able to keep them from hurt, not being able to keep them from racism and betrayal, and all of these horrible things happening to them. And it wasn't until I met my husband that I felt safe enough to get married, and I felt safe enough to bring kids in the world. And then I felt safe enough to start another business. And it's not that my husband can protect me from hurt, right? But it's just that he gives me the strength that I need to. And when I say he gives me the strength, not let me reframe that, because God gives me the strength and he is my strength. Not that my husband gives me the strength, he shows me. He shows me what it is to be strong through hurt. And he shows me that no matter how hard our marriage gets, he's willing to fight through it. And he shows me that, he loves our kids and he's willing to fight through the growing pains of them being so small and then one day being so big. Like, he shows me that he's willing to fight through the woes of starting a new business and knowing that you need to give it 3.5 years to see if it can succeed or not. So he's a great model of strength, right? I don't want to misplace or idolize marriage, because that's, not what we're here for either. But it was fear, right? Calling a thing, identifying what can keep us from becoming who we truly want to be. It was fear that was telling me that, oh, if you get married, your marriage is just going to end up like everybody else's marriage, divorce. Y'all hating each other, y'all not speaking. Now the kids have to decide who they will live with, and it'll just be a mess. And also, too, growing up, when I was really, really, really young and on fire and single in the world, I think I was in my 20s. One of my mentors told me that you can't have it all. And she was married, and she was a mom, and she was an entrepreneur. And this lady literally looked at me and said, you can't have it all. You can't have a husband that loves you. You can't have kids that love and respect you. And you cannot have a business that's flourishing and profitable. My mentor told me that. at 20 something years old. So imagine how impressionable I was. And she was a believer. At 20 something years old, hearing that you cannot have it all. So why even try? And I'm so happy I did not believe that. I'm so happy God had instilled so much strength in me to not believe that you cannot have it all. Y'all, we have to watch who we're talking to, and we have to watch who we allow to talk to us. Because the seeds that somebody planted 20 years ago could be ruining my life now. Because at the first sign of trouble in my marriage, I could have told myself, oh, I can't have it all. I can't have it all. So why try? The first sign of trouble with the kids, I can't have it all. Why try? The first sign of trouble in our business, oh, I can't have it all. Why try? Because I'm listening to a mentor that wasn't fully healed yet. That's why not everybody should be a mentor. That's why not everybody should be a teacher. That's why not everyone is ready to lead. We should all be leaders, but not everybody's ready to take charge over someone's life. That's a really big responsibility to help people navigate through life. And if I had believed that I could not have it all, I would be sad, miserable, lonely, depressed, and or worse if I had believed that. And again, that was coming from a married woman. One piece of advice could have ruined my whole life. One. Something somebody told me 20 years ago could have ruined my entire life. Y'all probably wouldn't even know me. It's crazy. It's so crazy to even think that. We gotta watch, y'all. We have to watch what we tell people. Oh, but Kathleen, you are absolutely right. Yes, it was time for a new mentor, and I quickly discovered that I needed to pray for my mentor. I needed to pray for her strength, but I also needed to move on. And that is something that I used to get a lot of flack for. I still get flack for it now. Yeah, I still get flack for it now. Slinsy, thank you so much for helping Bliss out in the comments. We really appreciate it. But I still kind of get flack for my release of people. But now I'm starting to realize that that is a CEO quality. That is a founder's quality. Someone who does, like, I get attached to people really easily, but I also detach very quickly. Once I realize that something, it like your moral compass is off. And I'm trying, and once I realize that I can't penetrate, I have to pray for you and I have to let you go. And it doesn't matter. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be like lifelong friends. We grew up together, baby. You know everything about me, everything about me. I know everything about you. You gotta go. You gotta help. You have to go. I cannot allow you to taint my mind and my space. Because if I'm not where I want to be, and now I'm surrounded with people who are okay with where they are, it's a tug of war. It's a constant tug of war. And I found myself going through that a lot. I found myself being in spaces and being surrounded with people who were okay with being okay. And nobody really understood my need for creativity, my need for self-expression, my need for, challenge and grit and entrepreneurship. Like nobody really understood that growing up. I felt like I was the only one. Like I felt like growing up in Louisiana and being like the only girl. I have two young brothers. I'm the oldest. My mom is the only girl. She has four brothers. You know, she's one of the oldest. I just used to feel like, bruh, like y'all was 13 starting a business. I used to feel like, like nobody wants to make extra money. Like, like nobody wants to do something like other than school. Like y'all don't want to, put out a little money together, sell some little candy, get, have a little money to do stuff on the weekend. Like nobody wants to do that. Like, when social media, y'all, we had a MySpace back in the day. If you remember MySpace, baby, put it in the chat, baby. If you remember MySpace, definitely let me know. But y'all, we had a little MySpace back in the day. I learned a little code to get my page, looking good. We used to have little MySpace design competitions to see who had the best MySpace, you know. But Kathleen, I'm definitely coming back to your comment. But we used to have like little MySpace competitions to see who had the best website, y'all. Shout out to MySpace, baby, because I think I became a web designer because of MySpace. I believe that I could do it, so I did it. Oh, Bliss, stop. Y'all, wait a minute. Y'all, even Dream woke up. Bliss, you met your husband on MySpace? Bliss. Oh, that's classic. That's classic. Yo, that's classic. Oh my God, Bliss. Thank you so much. Bliss, thank you so much for saying that. I would never, ever, ever forget that you said that. Bliss said 17 years married, going strong. Congratulations, my sister. Oh my God. Bliss, that's so amazing. So look, y'all, look. I grew up in the era of the startup of Facebook. Like when I was in high school, Facebook was just becoming a thing. When I was in high school, like we were still trying to figure out MySpace. Like we were still trying to, like we still had dial-up internet. That's how old but young I am. We still had dial-up internet. AOL Messenger was the vibe. That was our Instagram back in the day. AOL Messenger, baby, if you ain't have no AOL Messenger, what was you doing, baby? If mama took that phone, what mama did not know was, baby, I could just dial it up, put that cord in that line, and y'all already know. Back in the day, that clip was broke, so you had to like tape it to the wall. Baby, I used to be on AOL Messenger like you would not believe. That's probably why I type so fast now. Y'all, listen, back in the day, MySpace, jam. Baby, you used to have that music on that page, baby. When people used to come through, baby, you used to have your little greeting. Y'all, it was lit back in the day. Like it was lit back in the day. Baby, you used to have them pagers and them beepers. You used to have you and your friends used to have that little code that y'all used to put on your like y'all used to send like little signals like help. I believe help was y'all help me out in the comments. Help was what are the numbers for help? Yeah, I don't even remember. But we used to like make little signals and beep our friends when they needed to call or come get us from a crazy situation that we put ourselves in. But back in the day, y'all, MySpace, pagers, dial-up internet, AOL was the vibes. Y'all, listen, this young generation, they don't know nothing about the struggle, baby. Nothing about the struggle, baby. Baby, if you ain't have no dial-up, baby, you was sad all day. Okay? You was sad all day. Cause once you left home, wasn't no phone. Who you The people growing up in Louisiana, the people who had phones were people like working people. Like y'all, we didn't start getting like phones. I remember growing up with T-Mobile had that sidekick. Y'all wanted a sidekick so bad. My mama never bought me a sidekick. Y'all, everybody at school had a sidekick. I had a Nokia. What was my? I think my first phone was a aquamarine Nokia. I think that was my first phone, if I remember correctly. I had an aquamarine Nokia, and then I had a BlackBerry. If y'all know anything about the past, y'all know no Blackberries came out, baby. Oh, baby, you felt executive with that BlackBerry. Who y'all talking about, baby? I'm the CEO of fun. Okay, baby, in high school with a BlackBerry, baby, go ahead. And it's so funny because I wish I would have saved some of that stuff. My husband and I just recently went to Louisiana. The baby wasn't born yet. Trust was really, really, really young. I think I was still pregnant with the baby. I don't remember. Oh yeah. I think I was pregnant with the baby and Trust was so young. But we went back home and I got like a lot of my little keepsakes. My youngest brother took over my room, but I hid some of the stuff in his closet so he wouldn't like throw it away. He wouldn't even know what it was. But I think I kept my pager. We bought my pager here. I kept like some old Nintendo 64 games. My old clarinet, y'all. Your girl was in a bed. My old clarinet, although somebody stole some pieces out of it. Um, and some other stuff. Like we just kept some keepsakes for for the boys. So like floppy disk. Y'all remember floppy disk back in the day? Not jump drives, but floppy disk. Okay, the big boys, baby. You had to blow it off for it to work. Them, but we brought some of that stuff back so like the boys can see how we grew up and how our technology are really fossils now and dinosaurs in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, we don't know what that stuff will be worth, but I really wish I would have kept a lot of my history because it's important to look back on where you were, where you are and where you're going. But that y'all just brought me all the way back. Like y'all just brought me all the way back with it. But because Bliss really did it. Bliss really did it when she told us that she met her husband on on MySpace. But thank you, Bliss, for letting us know. Kareem said, "Good vibe. That's the new generation. Who old generation who went out the window." I know, Kareem. I know. Y'all, imagine what life will be like when this little boy is our age. Like, imagine flying cars. Imagine that like private jets are like the normal way to get around. Like private jets become like cars. Y'all, imagine what the world will be like when our kids are adults. I think about that all of the time. It's like my little entrepreneurial mind. I'm like, oh, what can I create for the future? Like what? And especially in tech, y'all. Please, prayer request. Pray for your girl. I've been applying for federal jobs, and for a while, I think I was trying to fight my IT background. Like I didn't understand why God had me study IT in the military and do that job for so long and excel at it. I really didn't understand. Like I knew I was qualified to do the job. I knew I loved my job while I was in the military, but I felt like once I got out of the military, like I was done with that. I didn't want to like do that in real life. And then, yeah, I quickly discovered, girl, a lot of what you do now is IT. Live streaming is IT. Fiber optics, making sure that you have the correct internet speed and hooking up cables, running cables through the wall, and um, setting up conference calls with puppy clients and y'all, customer service facing businesses, y'all, all of that stuff is IT. I had no idea. I had never like drawn the connections to understand that a lot of what I do in our business is IT. And I just feel like now that we're in a place in our business where the market is incredibly slow for us, not for the world, not for everybody, just for us. The market is really, really, really slow. I've been pregnant and postpartum for three years now. Oh, 3.5, because Trust is about to be 3 next month. No, in 2 months. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been pregnant and postpartum for like 3.5 years. It's it's time for us to go out. If y'all understand what I'm saying. Like it's time for us to go out. It's time for us to meet people. It's time for us to like get out of this COVID-19, work from home. I'm just in my little bubble. Ooh, don't touch me mentality. And I feel like I've never said this before, but I feel like COVID-19 changed us all, whether you got it or not. I know I had a bad case of it, literally almost lost my life, but I feel like COVID-19 changed how we view society, how we look at people, how now um, a lot of us don't really like to be in close proximity with people. I feel like a lot of people begin to be okay with being alone. Like I'm good. Like I see that I kind of like loving you from afar. Like I like that you are not coming to my house every day. Like I like the peace, in my home now because I don't have to see you every day. I like the fact that I can be in my pajamas, work from home, log into work, act like I'm like I like that. I like that whole environment and setup of not having to deal with people. But here is the challenge with that. We've lost connection. We have lost connection. A lot of us don't even know how to look people in their eyes anymore because of that COVID-19 experience. A lot of us, when we are in front of people, we tense up, we don't know what to say, we start stuttering, like we're not comfortable with loving on people, with being hurt, with being forgiven, with also being forgiving, right? And I feel like COVID-19 changed a lot of that. When people started working from home, when kids started having school at home, like when life was just like very abnormal, I feel like we lost a lot of social skills. And I even find myself, yeah, I've been in the house for 4 years. I'm a social butterfly, but I've been in the house for 4 years. Y'all, it took me like a couple months ago, I started going outside. Y'all, if my husband was in here, Lord knows he would tell y'all the truth. Y'all, I never used to go outside. I would never go in. We have dogs, and I never went outside. I would not even step outside the backyard to sit outside. I never sat outside. And I used to wonder why I was so depressed. It's like where did this come from? Like, why don't you want to go outside? Like, why don't you want to take the boys to the park? Like, what? COVID-19. COVID-19. I literally learned that, oh, you don't have to go outside. It's okay. Like, you don't have to go to every event that your friends invite you to. It's okay. You can just be in the house, chill, whatever. You don't have to do anything. Okay, cool. I got used to that. But let me know if you can relate in the chat, y'all. Let me know. I think I got my thoughts out today. Now I want to hear from y'all. How are y'all feeling? What are y'all doing? What are y'all working on? Where are you currently in life? Let's see. All right. Blissful Fun. Again, thank you so much for being here. I love what you do for our family, our business. You already know that. Ruby, thank you so much. Ruby, for putting the likes in the chat. Ruby, thank you for helping us out. All in the fam bam. You already know you are my brother for life, bro. You already know we are locked in. You already know we are locked in. Um, and we thank you for being a Blueprint member on the channel. You already know that, baby. Kathleen is praying. Thank you so much, Kathleen. Y'all, I'm praying, praying, praying that I get a call next week. I'm praying, praying, praying. Oh man, let me get to Mr. Money's comment. Say hey to Shanice, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I messed up and did. Okay, Mr. Money said if you start a service-based business, it requires very little money. What type of service-based business are you talking about, Mr. Money? Because every service-based business I know requires a lot of money. Maybe you're talking about like consulting or something, but service like cleaning requires, a lot of money, a lot of connections and resources. Uh, what type of lawn care, dog sitting? Well, I guess dog sitting doesn't really require a lot of money. But yeah, let us know what type of service-based businesses doesn't require a lot of money. But hey, Shanice, thank you so much, Bliss, for welcoming everyone in. Kathleen said, I noticed the eye thing too. So yeah, y'all, is that weird? Like, does it make you uncomfortable when you're talking to somebody and they're like this? Y'all, that's weird to me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I don't know, because I wasn't taught eye contact as a child. I don't know when I learned it, who taught it to me, like what point of my life I was in when I realized, girl, straighten your back up and look people in their eyes when they're talking to you. I don't think I was taught that as a child. I don't remember. Maybe I was, but I don't remember someone intentionally telling me look people in their eyes when they're talking to you. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I know in the military they don't play that at all, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sergeant. Yes, sergeant. They don't play that at all. Okay. Like when you're in basic training, okay, don't look a drill sergeant in the eye. But when you get out, baby, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like what is all this? I'm right here. Like, yeah, yeah. When I feel like when people can't look in the eyes, like, what are you hiding? It feels deceptive to me. Like it doesn't feel close. Like it feels like distant. Like you're over there, I'm over here. I'm trying to connect with you. Like I'm trying to connect with you. I'm trying to show you that I respect you enough to give you my undivided attention, and I'm here with you. So why can't you be here with me? But I understand not everybody was taught that. But let me know how you feel. Let me know. Let me know how you feel about it. Okay, y'all. The baby is knocked out sleep. But I know I feel like if I put him down, he's gonna wake up. All right. Um, let's see. Thank you so much, Bliss. Yeah, he's sleeping, y'all. Kathleen said, then you go outside in the sun and feel like the sun-starved plant. Ah, sunshine. Yeah. That's why I've been spending more time outside too. Because, y'all, first of all, uh, my boys are nature boys. And I love that about them. Babies from the nature island. And although we haven't taken them back home to Dominica, we did take them to St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands, and they absolutely loved it. They had a blast. I'm actually excited to take them back. But they're nature boys. They love outside. Even the baby, y'all, he will grab your hand and take you to that back door quick. He loves being outside. And I love that they love being outside. But I had to realize my children were not born during COVID-19. They're not COVID babies. So, mom, get your list up together, okay? Get your list up together. We're no longer in COVID-19, okay? So, however you feel about it, whatever, get your list up together. Let's start going back outside. Like, let's start normalizing being in the hot sun. Let's start normalizing getting the energy, from our environment. Let's start normalizing it. Even though you work from home, baby, it's okay. It's okay to be a little sweaty. Okay. It's okay to smell a little bit. Toward the end of the day, sometimes in the morning, it's okay. But these kids deserve to go outside. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what I have been telling myself. That it's okay. I used to be like, because y'all, Trust wants to go outside like 3, 4 times a day. I used to be like, Trust, if we go outside in the morning, we're gonna smell like outside. Mama has to shower, then I have work, and then if I don't shower, I can't take a nap. Just all, yeah, all of these excuses as to why I can't do something very simple. Just take the child outside. It's okay. Just take the child outside. If you get too sweaty, just come in the house, shower, boom. If he asks to go outside again after lunch, take the child outside. Before dinner or after dinner, he asks to go outside, take the child outside. That is, I had to grow to that. Okay. Bailey said, "Hey, I'm back. What's up, Bailey?" And then Meridian Rising. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Meridian Rising. Wow. And then 888 for new beginnings. 8 is the number of new beginnings, guys. But Meridian Rising said it strengthens kids' immune system to play in the dirt and be outside. Y'all, oh, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Y'all, can we talk about it? Y'all, can we normalize boys being boys? Can we normalize kids being kids? Y'all, I'm so guilty of this. I'm so guilty of this. My husband and I, y'all, we are so guilty of this. I don't want to speak for him, but I just got to be honest. Y'all, the moment we go outside and Trust picks up a piece of dirt, a piece of grass, a piece of something, we're like, no, Trust, put it down. No, Trust, don't do that. No, Trust, don't do that. Y'all, as a mom, I know he's really young and he's inquisitive, and Trust is not a kid that puts things in his mouth. I will give him that. The baby is though. Trust has never been a kid that will see something, just put it in his mouth. He doesn't do that. Now he did put a shiny sticker in his mouth one time at HEB after the lady gave him a sticker, and that was a fight to get it out of his mouth, and Babe caught that. But he was much younger. But he's not a child that just puts things in his mouth. And now that Meridian Rising said that it strengthens kids' immune system to play in the dirt and be outside, I have to let my baby be he's a boy. He's gonna be dirty. Let him play outside in the dirt. Yeah, we used to roll in the dirt growing up. We used to play with worms, baby snakes, run through uh sugarcane fields. Just so unsafe though. That's so unsafe. We used to run through sugarcane fields, play in a river, like we were kids. We didn't know no better. It was normal to us growing up in Louisiana. You play by the bayou. It's alligators on the bank right there. Your papa fishing. He don't touch the alligator. Like you right there by the alligator. You think it's funny. Like, yeah. but but see, I'm a country girl. My husband is a Caribbean man, but we live in the city. So it's like we have to now like create those environments for our kids so they don't grow up super spoiled. Like we have to let them be boys. And I'm actually happy y'all told me this on the live, because he has this little play set that we brought him for like sand and stuff. And now I'm gonna talk to Babe and see if we can get him some shovels and just, hey, be a boy. Play with your toys outside. If you get dirty, okay, cool. That's why we have a tub. But I want him to be a boy, and I want to show it to be a boy too. So but the baby will put dirt, grass, anything in his mouth. So but yeah, we will start allowing Trust to be a boy because he loves being outside. Okay, so I will work on that, and I will definitely let y'all know how that goes. But I enjoyed the conversation today, y'all. Let me see. Meridian Rising said, I used to make mud pies and look for bugs. Wait, wait, y'all. I used to make mud pies too. We didn't have no toys. Like, yo, oh God. I'm so happy I can laugh about this stuff now. Yo, growing up, I don't remember having toys. Like, I'm literally thinking like I had stuffed teddy bears. I had a Macintosh computer before Mac and Tosh became Mac. But like I guess I would get Christmas gifts like baby doll stuff like that. But no, you just went outside and you played with your friends and you made stuff up as you went. Like you play with sticks and stuff. You went climb trees and pick berries. Like we didn't we didn't have like outside toys. Like you you had some little roller skates, you had some inline wheels, you had some maybe some chalk. We had chalk. We had jump ropes. I guess those are all toys, but we just went outside to play with our friends. We didn't, yeah, we didn't have swings and stuff like that. Growing up in Louisiana, first of all, you weren't going to a park. A park was very unsafe. Okay, back in the day, baby, you were not going to a park for what? Kids are not at the park, and the kids who are at the park should be at the park. But if y'all know what I'm saying, let me know. But yeah, man, we got to get back to it, y'all. And even if we don't get back to how things was, try to I guess try to teach our kids, about humble beginnings. Because although like we're on this journey of financial freedom, getting out of debt, staying out of debt, teaching other people how to do the same thing, I still want my kids to be humble. I want our kids to be humble. I want them to know that they're talented and smart, but I don't want them to develop this sense of pride and like, yes, be prideful in what you do, who you are, but this sense of I'm better than you, or if you don't have this, then you know like I don't I we I guess we'll navigate that together as the kids grow up, but it's just it's a certain way that I want our children to be, that they won't have the environment that we grew up in. My husband and I grew up in. He grew up in the Caribbean. I grew up in Louisiana. Very different environment than Houston. And we realized that city life is very different than country life and Caribbean life. But there is still a certain way I want our kids to be. Even if they grow up in Houston, Texas, it's a way I want them to be. And we will have to figure out how we can create that where we are. And yeah, all of that stuff. But let's see. Meridian Rising said, I read that. I used to make mud pies and look for bugs. It's great to explore our world and feel the textures and see everything. Yes, feel the textures, y'all. Now when I go outside with the boys, I don't even want my feet to touch the dirt. And if it does, I'm rinsing it off right away. Where did that come from? And I'm a military girl. Yeah, I have to I yeah. I think I didn't got a little bougie. I'm gonna have to get back greedy. Cause yeah, I think I've normalized cleanliness because I was greedy and dirty in the military so long. So now I'm like, even with the dogs, I'm like, girl, you better stop. Okay. Meridian Rising. What is up, Bartholomew? Yeah, we are. Well, I think we're wrapping it up. Y'all let me know. I think we're wrapping up. Okay. Meridian Rising said, I used to grab sticks and pretend it was a sword and all types of stuff. Yes. Okay. Y'all, them sticks was your best friends. Y'all, we used to take little sticks and leaves, build little houses, play house. We had little y'all back in the day. Man, sticks were your best friends. Sticks and ants. Y'all, we used to put salt on snails to see what. Y'all, we used to take salt and coke and put on snails and magnifying glasses to see if they would burn, and they did back in the day. April Michelle said, even if it takes $10 for one thing, like a cheap mic to sing into, it costs something to make money. April, I 100% agree with you. I definitely do. And I feel like we don't think about how much it will truly cost to start the business, to grow the business, to scale the business until we're in the business sometimes. Because that's what happened with me and my husband. I mean, initially we thought, oh, okay, it'll take like 7 grand. Okay, buy 2 dogs. Buy 2 dogs. They were pets at the time, but we bought 2 dogs. They were pets. Everybody loved them at our wedding. They were like, oh, y'all should breed. They'll be beautiful puppies. Okay, cool. Not knowing that that was truly in my heart to do. Anyway, haven't had 2 dogs stolen before. Well, really 3. Now that I think about it. Mhm. Now that I think about it, 3, child. I've been saying 2 this whole time, but it was really 3. But having lost like 3 dogs before, I was like, oh, well, I mean, I guess that's what breeders do. They just buy dogs. Girl, that is so far from, I guess that's what breeders do. Girl, the dogs are the least of your worries because once you have the dog, you have the dog. There is so much that goes into business, so much more that goes into a dog breeding business than just buying a dog. That's easy. Okay, once you find a good breeder, let me stop. But no, once you find a good breeder, the dog buying process can be easy for you. It's everything else. It's managing the business. It's registering the business. It's keeping up with your taxes, keeping up with your finances, possibly hiring an accountant to manage your finances if you don't have the time or the skill to do it. Now, dog care, figuring out how many dogs that you will need to breed to meet your bottom line, keeping up with heat cycles and tracking who you bred to who to get what, uh choosing if you're going to do DNA testing or not, and we do all of that. Understanding how to analyze DNA to see what outcome you can get from breeding this female to that male. Y'all, breeding is just like whoa. And and i i did not know that in the beginning. Like, I did not know that yes, you've invested 7,000 to start it up, and then after that it was very quickly 11, 12 grand, and then the 11, 12 grand turned into 50,000, and then the 50,000 is 70,000, and then you look up, you're trying to make 100,000, but you spent $100,000 in less than a year to get this new business on the ground, and it's not even walking yet. 100 grand to get a business on the ground. It's not crawling, it's not walking, and it's for sure not running. Y'all, we don't even normalize those conversations, that when you are looking to start a business, baby, those initial startup costs are the least, or they should be the least of your concern. That, baby, that's what it will take to get the key in the door. That's you, baby. We can't even turn the knob without 100,000. If anybody, especially in our mentorship group, like were to come to us and say, how did y'all do it? How much money did y'all put up in the beginning? I personally don't even know if they would want to do it. Y'all, if and do it right. Not just do it, but do it right. But yeah. Let's see. Y'all, can we send Weaver Joshua some prayers? If that's okay. Can we send some positive energy to Weaver Joshua? It looks like Weaver isn't having a great day. But Weaver, I pray that you find peace. I pray that God opens your eyes to see that it is so easier to love and not hate. I pray that wherever you are in your life, that things will get better for you and you will learn to respect others, especially those of us who are trying to spread love and not hate, for those of us who are trying to help people to get out of debt, stay out of debt, and teach other people how to do the same thing. And especially for the married mom entrepreneurs that are still learning how to bear it all. I pray that you will definitely learn respect. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, Kathleen said, bugs were my friends. Wait, wait. No, seriously though. Yo, Kathleen said bugs were my friends. I had bees in matchboxes. Used to let them crawl from my wrist to my neck, inside my sleeve, and then release them. Never got stung. Kathleen, girl, I thought that was a typo. Girl, you was playing with bees? We used to play with ladybugs, but I don't think we play with bees, y'all. Kathleen, that's so dangerous. Where did you grow up? Wait, Kathleen, and hopefully where and oh, and then she said, wait, Kathleen, were you the only child? And did you have your friends playing with bees too? Let us know. All right. Kathleen said, yes, ma'am, Florida and Ireland. Oh my goodness, Ireland? Ireland is so beautiful. Jeez. I wonder if Ireland is all country. Let us know. But Meridiana said we rebuke the energy you are putting out. Exactly. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus, and we ask that God will release positivity and overflow. Okay, acceptance and not resistance. What is up, Miss Karen? Meridiana Rising said, I think it's so important to hunt for bugs with your kids and tell them what kind of bugs they are. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, that's so sweet to hunt for bugs with trust and ashore and tell them what kind of bugs they are, or point out a bird and tell them what they are. Oh, that's so simple. I really didn't know I could do that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for helping me raise these kids. Y'all already know I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying. I'm trying, y'all. I try my best. I'm trying. But that's a great idea. Oh, now we have to get bird books. We have to get Texas bird books. And growing up in Louisiana, because I say bird is a pelican. I mean, that's really the only bird I know, child. A pelican and an owl and a crow. I don't know, and an eagle, but I don't know um how to name other birds. But yeah, maybe we will invest in a little magnifying glass for trust. Well, we'll have to probably get the baby a mini one. And oh, some binoculars. Oh, I think I did have a little microscope growing up. I'm not I think I had a microscope growing up. We used to look at the stars. But yeah, those are all like little fun ideas that we can start doing with the boys. I'll talk to my husband. So I do want to get him like a little shovel set to start letting him dig outside and explore like worms and stuff. And we'll probably get like a little bird book. And then yeah, I probably should order this stuff now so I don't forget. Because if I don't do it when I'm thinking about it, sometimes so much stuff will come up, I'll kind of forget. So let me get a kid shovel. I gotta go check on my husband, y'all. The game might be coming on. Wait, y'all, why they have industrial shovels? No, I want like a little shovel set, like a little plastic one. And one thing about Trust, baby, y'all, he Trust is a nature boy. So Trust will really be outside, like really be like looking for worms, looking for ants, looking for it. Yeah, I see a little shovel, a little rake. That's probably doing too much because they'll be fighting. Him and the baby will be fighting over it. So I'll probably just get something like a little small that can come with a little bucket. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Oh my goodness. Y'all helping me so much. Okay. I'm gonna get it. Let me see. Kathleen said it's called 40 Shades of Green because there's lots of fields. It's changing though. Wow. She's talking about Ireland. So beautiful. Meridian Rising is sending some love, sending it right back to ya. Oh, y'all, thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you, PSL Tech. Okay, for blessing the babies, the bulldogs, and the biscuits. Okay, PSL Tech just sponsored Trust Shovel Set. That's so sweet. Y'all already know I don't take much, baby. No, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Anytime that y'all give to the babies, the bulldogs, and the business, it absolutely moves me because I'm like, man, why do these people care? Like, why do y'all care about our kids? Why do y'all care about our bulldogs? Dream is right here, by the way. Say hey, Dream. She's always by my feet. And then why do y'all care about the business? It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I love that we're representing caring people. And to be honest, y'all, I can't wait until we can start taking you guys with us when all of this like kicks off. I know y'all have seen us in the house a ton, but oh, Miss Sonia, y'all, okay, so y'all gonna do it today? But no, I can't wait until we hear back from the federal job, and now we have to, see how we're going to navigate either putting the kids in daycare or leaving them at home with babe or, just taking out on that journey. I'm truly excited about it. I'm so excited that now we can go live, we can share, you know, we can share our lives with you guys. That's what I'm here for. But I also love that now we have the freedom, right, to talk openly about struggles. Being a married mom entrepreneur is not easy. Oh, you trying to touch me? But yeah, I love that like all of these concerns have a place that we can come to. Okay, y'all. Wait now. Y'all just wait, wait. Okay, y'all just cutting up now. Y'all cutting up now. Yeah, wait, y'all, y'all cutting up. Wait, y'all don't make me blush like that. Wait, wait, y'all don't make me blush. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to stay focused. Thank you. Okay, y'all go cut up. Okay, y'all. Even the baby laughing. Y'all gonna just keep cutting up. Yeah. But no, honestly though, y'all know from the bottom of my heart, y'all, if we could do 24-hour lives, and Bliss knows this too. No, don't grab yourself. Don't grab yourself. Don't grab yourself. Come here, Dream. Come say hey. But if we could do 24-hour lives and just literally do life with y'all, I would love that so much. Like it's just that like we don't like turning off the live. We still want to be live with you guys, but we want the boys to have like a normal upbringing. Like you can't play copyright music. Like, they won't be able to they really won't be able to like watch cartoons and stuff unless we're muted, and we don't want to mute. But I really wish it was a way for us to like stay live or like do rounds of live. I'll talk to my husband. I'll talk to my husband because um a lot of the parenting insight that y'all gave me today, like buying trust a shovel and buying a bird book and identifying bugs. That's so inexpensive, and I'm sure that could shape his little future, how he thinks about, life. And now I'm outside with mommy and I'm spending time with my brother, and like I keenly remember like little things about my childhood like that. Now adults weren't outside playing with us, we were playing with our friends, but he's two, he doesn't really have friends on the street yet. But if we could create those little early environments for our kids to make sure, that they're high functioning, that they appreciate life and nature, that is what I will do. Okay. But thank y'all so much for helping me out today, and helping me come up with some, really cheap, inexpensive ways to enhance their little learning. But y'all, let's do it. Let's order. I know I missed some comments too. Let's order some little shovels for Trust, and thank y'all so much for sponsoring that. I know his dad probably wouldn't want him to have something like really big, but if I order Trust one, I have to get the baby one because the baby, y'all, the baby is so opinionated now, it is crazy. And I don't want to order him something sharp. Oh, wait, too. So look, y'all. Wait, too. Look at this one. Y'all, do y'all think this will be good? That one is really inexpensive. This one right here. I think that'll be so cute for Trust and a short. No, babe. No, babe. Yeah, he want this thing bad. Okay. Okay. So we'll get that one, and it could be here tomorrow. Okay. So we had a delivery coming in, so I'll come here. Come here. Wait, too. Come here. Come here, too. Yeah, that's baby ashore. Okay, so I did get the little shovel set. Oh, he's gonna love that. And then it has like the little sifter. So they can dig in the dirt, and babe maybe can get them some sand. One of his tables actually is built for like water and sand, so we probably can take that outside. Okay, so we have that. The shovel isn't sharp, so that's really good. Um, let me see. Hmm. Oh, he's kissing Dream. Y'all see that? Good job. You're so sweet too. Okay, now on to a bird book. Okay, let's see. You're so sweet too. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think the baby is scared of Dream sometimes. Don't kiss him in the mouth, Dream. He'll break out. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, Kathleen said only child till my little sis came. And then Christopher said dinosaurs. Oh, 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 Christopher sa think we bought Trust dinosaurs. And he loves dinosaurs. I might have to get him like a little dinosaur set with a book. But I know he loves birds. Kathleen said Louisiana was the first U.S. state I lived in. Will love the culture and food and people forever. It's my first live with you. I sub. Oh, Kathleen, I thought you had been here before. Thank you so much for subbing. Yeah, I thought Kathleen was like a regular. I think we do have a Kathleen on the channel. That's why. Christopher, well, in the community. Let me say that. In the community. Bring me my headphones, baby. Thank you. Y'all, the baby loves to take my headphones and throw them in the trash. And my watch, my Apple Watch. No, you can't throw mommy stuff in the trash, babe. No, you're gonna throw it away in the trash. Okay. Oh, okay. Come on. I don't want you to throw it away in the trash. All right. Oh, wait. Kathleen said Dollar Store has a bug detective set. Oh, y'all, I didn't know. Y'all put me on to the tricks and the toys. I did not know that. And so I know, y'all, we're trying to wrap up. I know earlier we were talking about how COVID-19 like literally changed everybody's life. And now a lot of us are still working from home, inside the home, don't really go outside, don't really mess with people like that. Y'all, COVID-19 is actually when I became a content creator again too. But while I was in the military. But y'all, we don't even shop in stores anymore. I don't physically go to a store to shop anymore. Like I Amazon Prime everything. I still order our groceries online. Like I don't really go to the store and shop. Convenience has become convenient, maybe a little too convenient. Maybe a little too convenient. Bring it to me. But I'll work on it. I will work on it because I don't even think Trust has been to the dollar store yet. I don't even think we've let our baby go to Dollar Tree yet and pick out things that he likes. And I think that'll be a fun little activity with him and for him to just see, are you a spender or are you a saver? Let's see. But yeah, that'll be like, really cute, really inexpensive little things to do with kids. Okay. Um D Ryer or D Dryer, D Dryer said, "Little boy is cute. You seem like a good person and a good mom." I try to be. I really try to be an example for our boys, and I want them to grow up and be respectful young men. I try to be. PSL tag say your baby is cute. Kathleen said nets, holding containers with magnifiers on them, $1.25. Yeah, wait, boy, come here. Wait, yo, where is the baby? Do it. Wait, y'all. Oh my goodness. And give me this hand sanitizer. No, y'all, everything under the sun he will get. Everything. No, babe. That's why we trying to order y'all some toys now. Cause you like tech. Everything he grabs is tech. No, y'all tech babies. Y'all need toys. Well, they have toys, but no, babe. Okay, let's get through these last comments and then we going. Okay? And Pamper need change. So we about to wrap it up right now. Thank you, Miss Sonia again. Meridiana Rising said you can find some bird books and bug books in the public library. Oh wow. Yo, I don't think we've even taken Trust to the library yet. Oh Lord. I gotta do better. Yo. And I remember growing up at our library, they used to have like little summer camps for kids, like little like mom and me time where like you would bring your kid. Of course I didn't have kids back then, but you would bring your kid and you could read with them or to them like in a circle, of other parents and moms. I got to get on it. I'm slipping and tripping. It's the summertime. Kids are out of school. We have to let these boys be boys. I have to get on it. And all of that stuff was free. Okay. I gotta get on it. Y'all, thank y'all for letting me know. Okay. Meridian Rising. Okay, I read that. Miss Sonia again. Thank you so much for blessing the babies, the bulldogs, and the business. Ashore, come here, babe. Blissful Fun. Thank you so much for helping us out in the comments. Meridian Horizon said the public library is so fun. They have storybook time for kids too and events. That's exactly what I was talking about. So um today is Saturday. I know the playoff game is today. I need to do some research and find out what local libraries we have in our community. If we don't have one in our like city or area, I'm sure it's one in the next city over. That shouldn't be a long drive. So I would probably have to get us some library card. Like start there. Go to the library, check it out, see what type of events they have, get trust a library card and start taking them to the library so you can meet other kids. Okay, come here, Shore. Again, y'all, thank y'all so much for blessing the business. Shout out to Miss Sonia. I hope I'm saying your name right. Sony? Is it Son? Hold on. Is it Sonia or is it Sony? Sony Anisha? I think that's it. And spiritual 246. What's wrong? Huh? What happened? What are you trying to say? Oh, he wants you, babe. I'm wrapping up. Uh oh. Okay. Spiritual 246 said your okay, we go. Spiritual 246 said your baby bring it in the coins. Okay, y'all. Oh, what is up, Kay? What's up, Kay? I didn't know Kay was on the live, y'all. Okay, y'all, let me go take care of the baby. He needs a diaper change. He wants his dad. He loves his dad. But y'all gave me some, when I say amazing ideas, first of all, project one, I did order the shovel, but I need to find us a library. So go with daddy. I need to find us a library. So I think that'll be really, really, really good. Let me see. Because instead of me buying a bird book, we can go check one out at the library. And then we can teach trust responsibility. Hey, you check the book out for a week. Hey, a day before your week is up, baby, day 6, we have to turn in our library book. Maybe even like making him a little calendar or buying him a calendar. I gotta get out the mind of buying. Buy. Like I have to get out the mind of buying. Y'all, back in the day, the bank used to give us calendars. Okay. Back in the day, you didn't buy no calendar for what? The bank will give you a calendar, ma'am, so you can know when you get paid. I remember my mom used to come back home like from going to the bank after cashing her checks with like an arm full of calendars. Y'all, Citizens Bank, if you know, you know. Back in the day, they used to really like hook us up with like calendars, magnets, pens, pencils, basically school supplies. Growing up in Louisiana. But instead of me buying a calendar, I can hand jam or draw a calendar out with trust as a little activity. So once we check a book out, we come home, we make our little calendar, and then we X out the days as they pass to teach him, responsibility. And then the day before, not the day of, but the day before, let him know, hey babe, it's time to go back to the library, return your book, right? Because we borrowed it. The I guess the skill or the training of responsibility, and then we get another book. Yes, I want to do that. Y'all make me so happy. Yeah, I've been struggling thinking about all this stuff for myself. And I had no idea that our community cares about stuff like this. But let me see where the nearest library is. Okay. So we have a library that's not far away. Oh, okay. Oh, y'all, they do activities with kids. Oh, that warms my heart. I had no idea. Y'all, look at this. They do little activities. Y'all, look. Oh, oh. Y'all, this is so sweet. Look at that. That's so sweet. And then I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm happy. But y'all, look at this. They have a summer reading program. I had no idea. It's so sweet. Look. It's so sweet. Okay, we have to go. Y'all, listen about my boys. Y'all already know. Like, it's nothing in the world I won't do to give them a good life. And what makes me so emotional is that, like, a whole new world could be right outside of your door and you will never see it if you never step outside. Like, this place has always been here. It's always been close to us. The doors have always been open. I just never thought, come here, Shore. I just never even thought to look and see. Like, that's how I grew up going to the library. That's where we would go. Like, if I wasn't in track practice, soccer practice, softball practice, basketball practice, like uh yearbook club, if I wasn't doing something actively as a student athlete, we were at the library. Like, I read so much as a child, and it's just so crazy to think I'm sitting here struggling as a mom trying to figure out how to raise these boys, and our community is right here. Who can help me? Oh my God. Y'all don't know how much y'all have helped me today. And I was crying out of gratitude. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because it's like Trust is almost 3 years old. He'll be 3 in August, late August, right? And I'm like, y'all, what was making me really, really, really sad is that I'm like, I started school at 3, right? I started school at 3. And what we have Head Start in Louisiana, or we had, I'm not sure if they still have it, but I started school at 3 and it was free to go to school at 3 years old. And come here too. And like, parents didn't have to worry about what they were going to do with their kids because we were all in school very young, right? So now, as he's as he is like about to turn 3, I've been grieving, and I guess I didn't realize it until I found the library. Like, I've been grieving what to do, with my child. Like he's 2, he's not 3, so like he can't go to a summer camp. He won't be accepted into like what he won't be accepted into like normal summer camp. So it's like, how can I create a fun experience for my child? Like, what are we gonna do with this almost 3-year-old? Y'all took it today. I'm serious. Like, y'all, how y'all have blessed our business, our minds today is like, y'all bless us every day. Let me say that. Y'all bless us every day, but today is like crazy. So wait, babe. So I will wait, babe. Y'all, and the baby loves the computer. Wait, babe. So I will be talking to my husband about when we can bring Trust in the Shore to the library. I know uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know I've been applying for federal jobs, but I still feel like our kids can have a great summer. So whenever that call, comes through, or email or interview or whatever, we'll keep you guys updated. But this right here, y'all, just made me so happy. Like, it's other moms, it's other dads in there with their kids having a good time. They have events, they have like books we can check out, they have like outdoor activities, they have a reading club, they have little computers. Okay, so no, babe. Yeah, sorry if the mic cut up. No. Y'all, let me back up because he about to do the most. Okay, so I did order the shovel for the kids. That should be here tomorrow. We will start looking for bugs. So thank y'all for helping me out with that. And then let me see when the library is open again, because it's about to close. And I know the NBA Finals game 5 comes on tonight. But yeah, they're about to close like in minutes, so we won't even make it today. They're closed tomorrow, so we will definitely aim for next week to see if we could take Trust to the library, get him a little library card, y'all. My baby, I'm so happy for him. Oh, I'm so happy for him, and I know he's gonna be so excited. He's so much like me. Like, the smallest little thing makes him so happy. And sometimes, y'all, we'll get like one of his favorite snacks, and sometimes we'll get one of his favorite snacks, and he'll look at me and he'll say, "Mommy, I'm so happy, mommy." My little baby. Yeah, the things that we want to do for our kids is crazy. But yeah, for those of you who just joined us, I did order a little shovel set for Trust. That should be in soon. Let me read some of the comments, and then let me go check on my man. Let me go check on my husband and see if he's okay. All right, y'all, let's see. All right, so y'all made me so emotional today. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Um. Oh, Meridian Rising. Oh, y'all just give me so many ideas. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, wait. Let's see. Bliss is helping us in the chat. Let's see. Meridian Rising say you deserve the blessings. To be honest, I feel like we all do. Seriously. Y'all, the community that we're building here is so special. Like, y'all are so special because y'all are literally watching us raise these kids, raise these puppies, whether they are passing on us or not, and build this business. Y'all are literally watching like every step of the way. Okay, hi iCloud Shay. Okay, let's see. Wait, what happened, spiritual? Ouch. Uh-oh. What happened, spiritual? 246. Who needs to keep something to themselves? Because we're not talking about anything like private. We're talking about child rearing. What I'm not sure if they're responding to me or somebody else. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're not talking about anything like crazy. All right, let's see. But spiritual said people don't teach that to their children that much anymore. They don't have the time, or too tired, or just isn't into nature. I don't know. No, I want to teach that to them. They deserve that much. And I think that's where I think that's where some of my sadness was coming from, is because I didn't grow up in Texas. I grew up in Louisiana. I'm not a city girl. I'm a city woman, but I wasn't a city girl. I was a country girl. So I never sure no. I never realized play with some socks. Hmm. Hmm. Look, I never realized the weight of trying to figure it out until until y'all jog my memory of, oh, we used to play with bugs outside. We used to play with sticks. We used to like light the ants on fire and see what they would do, like the simplest little things. And it didn't cost much. It didn't cost anything, honestly. um but I had been dealing with that, and I guess I didn't realize the weight of it. Wait, oh Lord, come here, Ashore. But thank y'all so much for helping me out with that. Let's see. Let me hurry, y'all, because the baby is cutting up. Meridian Rising say you teach your babies about animals, and they will teach theirs. That is so true. Um, Kathleen said, "Thank you for sharing your life with us. I will respect your family time. Sweet baby is awake. See you next time." Oh, maybe that's what spiritual was talking about. I'm not sure. Maybe he was talking about the 24-hour lives. Uh-oh, this boy is pressing stuff. Wait, little baby. Don't be pressing stuff. Yeah, stop. Spiritual says, does he have someone to play dates with? No. No. They don't have play dates yet. We do have a little girl on the street. She's much older than them. She's 10. And Trust is absolutely in love with her. He thinks every little girl is like her name, but he is in love with her. But no, she's 10. So he doesn't have little kids. He doesn't have little kids to play with yet on the street, but I'm sure, in time. In time. Y'all, life is so different now. Neighbors don't talk to neighbors. All neighbors don't talk to neighbors, and it's so many little kids on the street. Y'all, some of our neighbors will hide by. I'm like, ma'am, we have sons. Like, I would love for Trust to be able to play with the neighbor here, the neighbor there, the neighbor. I would love that, but people, everybody's different. People are different. Let's see. Yeah, I have to watch the baby because he likes to throw stuff away. Oh, okay. This is what I wanted to get to. Meridian Rising said you can bury some toys in the sand to find. Oh, okay. I want to do that. That'll be so fun. Okay, Kay is here. I did welcome Kay in. Kay said he needs to love himself. Talking about the troll. Okay, cool. Meridian Rising says some libraries have splash pads for kids to run around in. Yeah, we have a. Uh oh. Yeah, the baby about to hide somebody on the channel. Wait, sure. Hmm. Hmm. Ouch! What was that crawling on me? Is that hair? Um, we have a splash pad too, y'all. Y'all. It's a lot of things that we have. I guess, that we take for granted around us. I don't know if the other parents are like in the chat who understand, like, there are a lot of things, not a lot, it's really not a lot in our area. We have to like go outside the city or the country little town we live in, but it there are some things. Oh, Dreamy. There are some things that we don't do locally because, well, I guess it's just an excuse. It's an excuse. Like instead of us taking our kid to the park here, we'll take them to like another neighborhood park. But that's backwards. It's probably not the best thing to do. Yeah. To like get away from your neighbors, to like not, not be exposed to the same people over and over again. But that's backwards, right? Because we're saying we want community. So be among your people, like be among your community. But that's just a mindset shift, I think, that we just have to make, because he does have little kids around that he could play with, and we just haven't made those connections for him yet. But in time. Wait, babe. Wait. But see, so maybe I should say this, and we just reserve the conversation or continue the conversation. I'm like this. What, y'all? I'm like this, and I grew up like this too. You don't let any and everybody in your house. I don't know if y'all grew up that way. I grew up that way. You don't let any and everybody in your house. Like, your house is a sacred place, and before you just like welcome people in your house around your kids, like in your personal space, you have to know them. Like, no, you have to know them, right? And I feel like now with so much, I took it from him. I feel like now with so much crime and so much betrayal and so much, this person set that person up and they know each other, and this person burned that person business down, but they were former business partners. I feel like it's really, really hard to trust people, even your neighbors. And this person, y'all, the baby is giving me a run. I'm gonna have to run, literally. I feel like, and we live in a very, what could be considered safe neighborhood. I'm not, oh, Dream scared me, Jesus. I'm like, what's looking on me? So Dream had left. But we live in a very, what could be considered safe neighborhood, and we have some really, really good neighbors. But I just caution myself, because the boys are so young. I caution myself with getting too close, with neighbors. Because of what I see online. This person is clocking their neighbor. They know when this neighbor is going out of town, and now you done came home and your whole house is tore up from the floor up, broken into. They done stole the dogs, everything gone, because your neighbor is watching you. So, I will have to pray about that, because I realize it's some fear. It's some fear there with getting close to neighbors. I'll have to talk to baby about it too. But I just prefer us like separate home and fun for now. I don't know if that's how y'all feel about it, but yeah. That's how we've been going about it. We kind of separate home and fun. Yeah. Because you don't know who has a hidden agenda. And especially with us being public figures now, like, we have to be very careful. Y'all, the baby is cutting. We have to be very careful who we invite into our home and our space. Very careful. But y'all, let me get off here because he's not gonna stop. Okay, but I love the conversation today. I feel like we resolved so much in marriage and motherhood and now in entrepreneurship because yo, trust can have a good summer. Trust can have a great summer. So I'm excited about that. And if they accept, little kids, hey. But remember that the same old story, the same good news. We love y'all. We're gonna see y'all soon. Baby's calling.